Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Now, I've done a lot of stuff in the last couple of months I feel pretty proud of. I've done some really nice poetry. Well, I think it's nice. In just 7 days, more than 1 million had signed up for his rebellious throng. I've given myself good vibrations. And I've even deep-throated a dildo.
In fact, probably by the time I press end stream, it'll be age restricted.
I've called arseholes arseholes when they are being fucking arseholes. I'm going to say, yeah, this person's an arsehole. Fuck them, they're an arsehole. But I was... No, it wasn't. You cock-gobbling arsehole. And there was a big thing about it with the Australian, who are another mob of arseholes. This person who complained is a complete and utter arsehole. But this video is about something a little bit more serious. And I know I've done a couple of serious things about depression and forgiveness recently. But this lady is a woo peddler who believes in spiritual healing of depression. Now, I don't know whether this video really needs a trigger warning, but if you don't like this sort of thing, please don't watch. But I find that people who push narratives that push woo onto people as a way of healing legitimate medical issues are a step beyond being assholes. So anyway, welcome to Jen's Little Corner.
Hello my dear friends, it's Josie and thank you so much for being here.
Hi Josie. And what woo have you got for us today?
I get so many requests to do a video on depression, how to cure depression, and many of you write your stories to me about, struggling with addictions and depression and anxiety.
Ah, depression, addiction and anxiety. There's a great trifecta for the woo merchants. And what absolute drivel are you going to give us today, Josie? I'm waiting with bated breath.
Many people always say, Josie, you are so happy all the time, you're laughing. And let me tell you, there was a time in my life when my dad passed away and a lot of things kind of went wrong. And I was in a very dark place.
Ah, I see, Josie. You're going to be one of these woo peddlers that equates being unhappy with depression. These are not the same things. Being sad is not the same as being depressed. Depression is a chemical imbalance within the brain that needs lots of therapy and or drugs to overcome. Sadness is something that we get over in a short amount of time once the endorphins come back into our brains. These are not the same things. This is a complete false equivalency. And you should be better than this. And I think you probably know that what you're talking about is bullshit. But let's go on and see what else you have to say.
What got me out of this was the desire for healing, was looking for ways to really find inspiration, find a new meaning to my life. So that was the unfolding of the new spiritual path for me. So I'm very grateful that I went through those times.
Oh my goodness. Spiritual awakenings. Find new happiness. No. These are how you get over a period of sadness in your life. You find new things to interest yourself. You find other things to be happy about. You get over a death slowly, over time, by finding other things to fill that void within your life. You don't get over depression by finding a void to fill your life. You get over depression through finding coping mechanisms to deal with the things that trigger your depression. You get over depression by having drugs that help correct the chemical imbalances within your brain. You are peddling woo. You are not going to help people with depression. You are going to make them give up the therapy and the drugs that they need, and you will make them worse in the long run. You cannot just wish your depression away. That isn't how this works.
But I want to give you in this video 4 ideas that will help you to understand depression a little bit better and maybe find your own way to healing.
Oh, she's a medium. And an angel listener. Why am I not surprised?
So depression means different things to different people. There's a clinical depression that is treated with medications. But what I can suggest with all love and respect, there's also some sort of, spiritual crisis. So depression, in essence, is a form of spiritual crisis.
So in all honesty, Josie thinks that depression is caused by a spiritual crisis? Did your angel run away and is not talking to you anymore? Is that the problem, Josie? Have you got that little angel on your shoulder going, come on, Josie, it's all going to be okay. It's going to be wonderful, Josie. It's going to be lovely. No, Josie, this is not how this fucking works. You said at the beginning of this, there's a clinical depression that you need medication for. And that's what depression is. Anything else is not depression. You are mixing up the medical terms with just being sad. Don't do this. Don't woo to people. Be better.
Yes, remember, you are an infinite being. You are infinity. And all of a sudden, when you being confined in that one space-time location, physical body, your desire is always to get out, to be free, to be unbounded again. So that's why you always have this desire for more. That's why you're looking for different experiences, different excitements, different pleasures. The desire within you, it's what drives you. Not just you, by the way, the entire universe is driven by desire.
Driven by desire. Fucking hell. What a load of drivel that just came out of your mouth. You'd give Deepak Chopra a run for his fucking money. I mean, I've heard less gish gallop from Ken Hovine than I just got out of your fucking mouth. What an absolute load of woo-woo bullshit. Oh, your infinite self spreading out and feeling all the betterness of the universe. Oh, fuck off. This is disgusting. Throwing big words at people who probably don't know any better. Just to try and make yourself seem intelligent, which you obviously aren't. It's just so you can sell whatever the latest woo thing is that you've got up your sleeve to try and help these people out. Go away, Josie. You are not doing any of these people any good.
Spiritual crisis is that disconnect from the inner desires. Like, what gets you up in the morning?
Well, I don't know about you, Josie, but personally speaking, my alarm normally gets me up in the morning. Or the puppy. One or the other.
I don't even know anymore. What's out there? I don't want anything anymore. It's finding, you're all confined within certain boundaries. And that would essentially trigger, the feeling of sadness and anger.
I'll grant you, Josie, that feeling confined could make you feel sad and angry. But sad and angry is not depression. Listen carefully. Sad and angry is not depression. Now, if you want to make people happy, yeah, I know religion and spirituality can make some people feel really happy. There's a beautiful little placebo effect that comes about when you're with other people and you're all doing your little woo-woo thing together. And that's perfectly fine. If that's your fucking cup of tea, good on ya. Go for it. Don't push it on other people. Don't charge people for it. And don't be a cock-gobbling asshole about it.
So one of my most favorite characters was Bill Murray in the Groundhog Day. And remember, this guy went through an entire phase of a spiritual crisis. So he essentially wakes up every single day to the same reality, like nothing changes, the same stuff over and over and over again. So at first he gets excited, right? So he picks up all these beautiful women and he, have lots of money, but then essentially, something is missing. He doesn't want anything anymore. So to the point when he gets so depressed that he's trying to kill himself. He was electrocuted, he jumped from the building. It doesn't work.
The fact you think that a movie about somebody reliving exactly the same day over and over again is a good analogy for real life boggles my mind somewhat. Yeah, it's an awesome movie. But I think you also missed the point that the reason he tries to kill himself isn't because he's depressed. He is frustrated by the fact that he has to live this day over and over again, and he can't seem to get it right. And he doesn't know how to get out of it. That's not depression. That's frustration. Depression is not frustration.
He's still alive, so he's forced to find a meaning to his life, which he eventually finds in helping people. So he reaches out and he finds people in trouble and he saves them, and that pushes him through that Groundhog Day for good. And he finds...
I'm sorry, did you watch the same Groundhog Day movie that I did? Because in the end he gets out of the loop by getting the girl. All his good deeds come up for naught. And when he gets the day right that gets him the girl, he doesn't do any of the good deeds. All the beautiful stuff he did along the way and the new skills he learnt, they don't happen. They're on a different day cycle. The only thing that pulled him out of the loop was him getting the girl. This movie's a love story. It's not about finding a better version of yourself. Even though he does find a better version of himself in it, the movie's about getting the girl. It's just a love story. Nothing more.
Himself being a new person. People deal with spiritual crisis in many different ways. Compulsive behavior, too much food, too much entertainment, games, sex.
Sex. I can't believe you think that's negative. Sex and many of the other things you mentioned, like gaming, are absolutely awesome for releasing endorphins in the brain, which actually helps bring you to a happy place. So, disparaging things like sex and gaming and some of these other things you talked about is just fucked up. These are things that actually can bring you to a happier place, albeit for a short period of time. Addictive things that we do are not necessarily bad in and of themselves. It's when we let them run our lives that's the problem, which is why people who have OCD and things like that need therapy, not a spiritual woo, to help them learn skills to overcome their addictive personalities.
Try it again, live fully, but in essence, they're just a numbing of the spiritual desire within you.
Numbing of the spiritual desire within you. What? I mean, really and truly, do you even listen to yourself? It's like a fountain of crap dribbling out your mouth. It really is. Go read a medical book. Go actually talk to people who have depression. And stop peddling this bullshit at people.
So what will get you out of this condition is the idea of having a goal, a desire, a purpose that is bigger than yourself.
No. It's therapy, proper medication, and a good support system. Having goals is all good and wonderful, but this will not cure depression. And the fact that you're telling people it can is highly disturbing. People with depression are vulnerable, and you are attacking vulnerable people. Now, like I said before, she's a step beyond being an asshole. This is dangerous woo. People can die from listening to this bullshit. Josie, grow the fuck up and stop peddling your woo at vulnerable people.
That brings soul and meaning to the lives of your life and other people. And when you're needed, when your presence is needed in the world, when your energy is needed in the world.
We are basically halfway through this video, Josie, and you have said absolute butt kiss. It's all been woo. It's all, oh, your spirit's expanding. Oh, you've got to let your spirit in and out, and you've got to be stronger, and it's like Bill Murray, and what the fuck? You are pushing bullshit at people, vulnerable people, as I have already said. Leave these people alone. Go throw your woo at somebody else. In fact, don't throw your woo at anybody. Give up the woo, go get a real job, and don't be an asshole. Seriously, I can't take any more of your bullshit. You, Josie, need to have a good, hard fucking look at yourself. Because I know you think you're doing the good thing, but you're not. You are going to hurt people. You need to back off from the woo. Stop going after the depressed people. Leave them the fuck alone. Let them get proper medical treatment. And go spend time with your family, with your children. Get a real job. Do something better with your life so they have a chance to have a better life for themselves. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And remember, please don't choke on the selfie stick.